Now in this image we see two stellar cores. We see a dark one here, and we see the connection that it's making to the sun, and we see another stellar core. This one seems to be enveloped in plasma from the sun's corona, so it seems to now be able to emit some light. And we see another one partially within the sun's corona, and again the particle connections that it is making with the sun. And these are gravitational. These are due to gravitational interaction between the stellar core and the sun.
We are going to celebrate Dr. Elbers hitting the mainstream media. And Dr. Elbers did openly challenge NASA.
I did, Scott. In fact, what I said was, if they keep on saying there is nothing to hide, then why don't they just give us real-time video streaming of the satellites and the spacecraft that are looking at the sun, real time.
Absolutely.
No time for them to hide anything, because if there's nothing to hide, why should they go through this process of processing images and only giving us little bits here and there? Just open it up to the public. Why not just be transparent? If there is nothing to hide, just open up your channels. Just give us real-time view of the sun. Let us see what's there. If there's nothing to hide, why are you only giving us little bits of information here and there with a huge delay?
The Deep Space Network comprises of 3 complexes around the world, placed about 120 degrees apart. This ensures us that we are constantly in touch with the spacecraft as the Earth rotates. We're today tracking 33 spacecrafts, not only the US spacecrafts, also the spacecrafts from other countries. And remember, this is not only talking to the spacecraft. We have been able to do radar and radio astronomy. And it was the radar on this antenna that actually was used for even the men landing on the moon. 50 years ago, director of JPL, Dr. Pickering, and NASA established the Deep Space Network to provide communications for all the deep space missions, rather than having each of the missions build their own ground network.
We used to use big analog recorders for telemetry signals. We used a 2-inch wide tape. In the beginning, the first computers we put in, we had 64,000 words maximum. And we had to be able to support every mission, NASA missions, other foreign missions, and digital technology and computers allowed that to happen.
were you or were you not invited to speak at the Professional Physics Convention in South Africa, not one time, but twice?
During the latest convention in 2017,
Yes.
based on 2 papers that you wrote and submitted to the committee, they chose you to speak twice on these subject matters.
Yeah.
Now hold on a minute. Do you think that this was something that was peer reviewed? Do those articles, those reports that you wrote, do they not have to go through a peer review system, that committee?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, that's the South African Association of Physicists. Yeah. So yes, they have a conference every year, and you submit abstracts, and the abstracts are peer reviewed. So only those that are deemed good enough are accepted to then go, and the person will give a presentation, and the paper then goes in for publication. And yeah, so my 2 abstracts, but Scott, I never intended to write these abstracts. I did it because Professor Rodriguez put this immense pressure on me, and I thought, well, maybe I should try, and at least I'll show him that they were,
And you tried.
And they were accepted. Yes, I was surprised.
Hold on. I have asked you this question before.
Yes.
Okay. At these physics conventions.
Yes.
How often does the same physicist, how often does one person get accepted to speak twice?
Not often. Usually you only speak once.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last year, these idiots floating around the scientific community and the trolling community on YouTube and Facebook, they have criticized Dr. Elbers because she doesn't really believe in this peer review system, because it is corrupt as the government that rules the land where your ass is sitting on right now. Okay. Furthermore, they say that she's never been peer reviewed. That is a complete lie. You just heard what she said. Those papers that she was forced to write by her employers at the university, she wrote those 2 abstracts based on observations pertaining to what we refer to as Planet X and the stellar cores and the SDO eclipse season. They were so interested, they were accepted, and they invited her to speak twice on both reports in front of all of her professional peers.
Oi, 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 oi.